All right, so we were having a little bit of technical difficulty, so I kind of switched over to this. So there's going to be two videos. So this is using your distance when you're looking for points on a number line, okay? You're looking for xy, so the length of x comma y. Now you're looking for the distance. Now what we're doing here is we're labeling this kind of like x1, x2, right? Because it's on a one line right here. So they're going to subtract 7 minus -1. 7 minus -1 is 8. And you can always count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they're 8 units apart. And this is what I was talking about on yesterday's notes. I want to make sure this is perfectly clear. Distance is always an absolute value, and this is 8 units apart. We're not looking at the numbers per se on the number line. We're just looking for the complete distance, okay? But if you're trying to see that subtraction, all you got to do is label. So here's where I feel like when you subtract, so 4 minus -5, right? 4 minus -5 is 9, but what if you did -5 minus 4? What if you did it backwards? Well, you would have gotten -9, and there's no negatives inside distance. So you have what we call an absolute value. Remember, it's the absolute value. It's always positive. Distance is positive. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there's 9 units in between W and Z. So that tells you the length. Now here on these next ones, you have AB, you're looking for the distance. And we did this on yesterday's notes in the video. You should have saw me do this. I did it using the distance formula. Okay, there's several different ways you can actually do this. You can create yourself a right triangle. So you can make yourselves set it up so that you have a hypotenuse and you have here. So here you have a leg, and then you have your hypotenuse. And here's your right triangle, your right angle right here. So this would be your C. We can make this A since we already have the letter B down there. And you can count the number of units here for your vertical distance, and you can count the number of units here for your horizontal distance if you wanted to, okay? And you can use the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Or you can find the coordinates of the points, right? So if you find the coordinates of A, okay, if you find the coordinates of A, which is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 4 comma 9, right? Oh, and B is 2, -3. Well, look, it already had it there for me, right? If you find those distance, you can also use the distance formula, okay? If it makes it easier for you, depending on which ones you want to do. And that's really how it works. You can create another triangle. Let's right triangle. Let's say that I was looking for AC. I could find my vertical distance here by going straight down, and then my horizontal distance by going here. And we can use the Pythagorean theorem by counting our measures: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's going to be 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5, right? So 9 squared plus 5 squared equals c squared. Take the square root, and this is how we get this answer right here. Now, this is one way to do it. This is distance formula still by using Pythagorean theorem. You can still find the x and the y coordinate of A, which we said was 4 comma, 4 comma, right? 9, right? And then C would be 0, or no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 would be 9 comma 0, right? Because it's on the x-axis, so the y value is 0. So you could do it that way too with the same distance formula, okay? I've assumed that they really like to do the Pythagorean theorem, and that's something that you really want to look for because we're going to start talking about triangles pretty soon a little bit more, and special features, especially of right triangles. Okay, so it's looking for the distance of BC. Again, it's going for the vertical distance and the horizontal distance, counting the unit measures, because to me that's the easiest thing to do when you create a right triangle, is so that you can find the hypotenuse. All right, so pretty easy stuff. I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. If you have any questions, make sure you watch both videos. The second video is more on the distance or formula using Pythagorean theorem.